this is Matt from the Worley Bugger Fly Shop. Today we're going to be tying the 509 Intruder. It's heavily based off of Fred Talline's Montana Intruder. So yeah, we'll get tying. Alrighty guys, today we got a 20mm fish skull shank in the vise. So what we're gonna do first, take some 140 UTC thread, just lay down a good thread base. Back that off. And then we have some large double pupil eyes. You can use whatever weight you need just to kind of get this fly down. And I just tie that in where the shank bends. There's a ridge underneath. So I just seat that lead eye right in there. Do a couple half hitches. Alright, so this is some Solaris UV glue. Just kind of hit everything, make sure it's all secure. Okay. So the next thing we're gonna do is rig our trailer hook. So what I like to do is cut a piece of, this is Senyo's Intruder wire in pink. Color's not too important for me. Usually use like a pink or a black. And I just cut it to a couple inches, make a loop, and then I'll take my octopus hook, which is a size 4 Gamakatsu octopus hook, and I thread both the ends in here and just kind of pull it like that. I want this to right hook up. I usually let it hang out about that much, but it's really up to you. You can have it shorter, you can have it a little longer. It's kind of all preference. So we'll secure that down. Usually double this stuff over at least once. And just take my roadkill scissors, trim that wire off. All right, now that we've got that down, I'll hit it with some Solaris one more time, just to keep everything held together. Make sure nothing comes unbuttoned. So next thing I'm gonna do is take some UV polar chenille, and I have gold UV, and I'll use some silver UV. So I'll cut two pieces, kind of like this. Just tie them in. And what I'll do is just basically just kind of loosely spin them. If you have like Loon makes a spinner with alligator clamps on it, or or the stone foe. Those are awesome too, but you can just use your hands if you don't have any of those tools. So now that we've got that blended, we'll start wrapping. I usually wrap right up to those dumbbell eyes. I just kind of pick all those fibers that may have gotten trapped. We'll do one more wrap. Okay. And if you want to, you don't have to blend. You can just use, you know, if you have a color you like, you just want to use gold, you just want to use silver, whatever. That's totally up to you. I just think the color blending is kind of cool. Gives the fish some different colors to look at. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some Iced Up UV Red and some Arizona Diamond Hair Rainbow. I'm just going to kind of make a quick blend for our gill pack. So now I'll take my loon dubbing spinner, make a loop. And I'll slide the dubbing that I've blended up in there. And just try to spin that up as tight as I can get it. So now that I have my dubbing loop, just kind of go through and try to pick some of those fibers loose. Alright, just wrap that right behind the eyes there. So we got our underbody and our gill pack. The last few things we'll do, just kind of lay in a wing. So I'm just using ice wing fiber in pearl green hue. Again, you can use whatever colors you like. I like this white and green underbody. So I'm just laying that. I just want it to go past that trailer hook a little ways. We'll end up trimming some at the end. We'll just kind of tie that in just like that. Wrap it back. Next color I'll use is Ice Wing Silver. Again, just kind of laid it in, just like the last piece. Next, I'm going to stack in just a little bit of Ice Wing Gold. last step is this Ice Wing Fiber minnow back. So I usually use a pretty generous amount of this stuff, just because I think it makes a pretty realistic back. So we'll just go ahead and tie that off, and then our last step, we'll just trim those fibers. Alright, so what I usually do after I'm done tying is just kind of take my fibers, take my scissors, and just kind of at a downward angle, just trim them and leave just a little bit, maybe a few millimeters hanging of the fibers hanging past that octopus hook, so you don't get any short strikes. And that is the 509 Intruder.